Good morning. It is it's the 8th, and I officially have to apologize because I said I was going to do 2 vlogs yesterday in order to make up for the vlog that I missed on the 6th. I did the morning vlog. I did not get a chance to do the afternoon vlog, so I am officially a day behind on VEDA. I don't think I'm going to make it up. If I do a supplemental vlog at some point, then we could call it even, but you know, a weekend and I've already missed vlogging every day, so I'm just gonna accept it. Let's talk about
Watch out. Heavy traffic ahead.
heavy traffic ahead. Let's talk about status of my projects, because I've already gone on record to say that my creative juices are not flowing as rapidly as they should be, and a good friend of mine has pointed out that it's not block. I don't believe in block any more than anybody else does. I mean, some people believe in block. I don't believe in writer's block or any kind of creative block. It's been suggested that it's just fear to create something bad. So maybe what I should do is just like knock out something bad just to get it out of the way. That's not a bad idea. I mean, the thing is, I guess with the timetable, the way the whole thing went down, you know, I started this 3 EP project, the Dream Child Suites, and I finished the first EP, and I'm not kidding. I finished the last song of the first EP the night before Connor was born. That was nearly 4 years ago now. Thinking I would be able to keep a schedule that I was doing at the time, which actually turned out to be a pretty decent timetable of doing a song a month. But parenthood really gets in the way of things. And I'm not blaming my son or my family or anybody for this fact. But I mean, honestly, once you have children in your life takes on a whole new set of priorities. So, you know, I'm no longer able to coop myself up in the studio night after night cranking out material. So there's been a delay, and, you know, a significant delay. And it's not that I don't have the material to produce. I mean, the second album is, you know, 80% written. I think it's just a matter of finishing the writing process to a level of satisfaction for myself that I can go and begin to knock out production on it. But here's the thing.
Watch out. Accident reported ahead.
You know, I'm up at 7 o'clock in the morning to get in the car at 8. You know, I get the kid ready. I drop him off at daycare. I commute an hour to work. I work from 9 to 5:30. I get back in the car. Another hour commute to try to be at Connor's daycare before 7 o'clock to pick him up. There's a matter of making us all dinner, eating, spending time with him until it's time for him to go to bed, which is 9 o'clock. Okay, so now it's 9 o'clock. I haven't decompressed at all, and I have to try to summon up the energy to go into the studio and be creative until midnight, 1 o'clock. I mean, if I want to try to get any kind of decent work done, and this, okay, and let's not even talk about the fact that right now I can do that because, you know, Christy is out of town for a good 4 days a week. So theoretically, as soon as I put Connor to bed, I could jump in the studio and start doing stuff. But like doing all of this by myself right now is just wiping me out so much. And then let's say that she's not out of town. Let's say that she's home. So I want to spend time with my wife for a couple hours. So, you know, in her good graces, she allows me to be creative, say, after 11. So now I have a 2-hour window between, say, 11 p.m. and 1 a.m. to try to get some work done. And then I go to sleep at 1-ish and wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning again. It's been difficult. I mean, to try to do this timeline. I don't know how I'm gonna work this out. And then, you know, and that's just for making music. You know, we're not talking about any time that I get to promote current projects or do things that I need to do, like redesign my website, or work on material for my cover thing that I do on the weekends. Like, and there's practice and like there's all this stuff that I have to do between, you know, during the week, just to stay on top of, you know, keeping my chops up and being a, you know, a professional musician. So it's a bit of a quandary at this point. And so those of you that ask, where's the next record? I mean, it's in here. It's in here. I just haven't been able to get it out here yet. Which makes me think that maybe what I should do in order to just get back on the creative horse is bag it for a while. Just completely let go of that stuff that I've been hanging on to that's just been like sitting in my conscious or subconscious for so long, and just start with a clean slate. Do a project that would allow me to create a new song in a week's time quickly. I don't know. I don't know what the solution is. Something like that I would do in order to just refire up the creative, the creative juices. And maybe once I've done that, maybe once I've put out like just a quick and dirty EP that I can give away, because obviously something like that I wouldn't sell to the level of the Dream Child Suites, which is a planned project. Maybe I should just do that. Maybe it's like a stupid beat tape. Maybe I do a beat tape in the course of a month just to get the fire burning again. I don't know. I just want to give you guys an idea of what's going on in my head in terms of trying to get the songs that I've had written for a long time. Don't get me wrong. Let's just put it in perspective. I wrote November Rain. I started writing November Rain in high school. So that's 1986-ish when I first came up with like the hook to November Rain. And I didn't press that song until 2013. Wow. When I hear myself say it, it's ridiculous. So let's just say there is a gestation period with some of my songs. The State of Blue-Eyed Soul stuff came around fairly quickly. I mean, that was material that I had probably begun writing around 1994. And that record was done in 2001. And then the stuff that has come afterwards has been stuff that I originally probably started writing for the Dream Child Suites, but didn't make it on the record. And so Act 1 of the Dream Child Suites really serves as bonus material for the State of Blue-Eyed Soul. Yeah, I mean, most of it. Even like, yeah, I mean, pretty much that whole record is bonus material for the State of Blue-Eyed Soul. So the Dream Child Suites Act 2 is really fresh material that I had probably started writing either immediately after the Dream Child Suites or in the phase of creating the Dream Child Suites that I knew wasn't going to go on that record. Although there is stuff that I probably was writing in 94-ish that will be on that project. And, you know, and I guess maybe that answers the question. I mean, I talk about bagging it, but maybe what the ultimate lesson here is, as is like with many of my projects, Quantum Rock of Ages, is maybe I should just finally finish it. I don't know. Because then I don't know how the stuff will hold up. Like, I am supremely proud of the State of Blue-Eyed Soul. I can still listen to that record and find things that I like and enjoy, and listening to that record is a great experience for me. The Dream Child Suites Act 1, I'm still sort of like, I could have done this better. That vocal could have been tighter. Production, I'm fairly happy with. The mix, I'm fairly happy with. But that project in and of itself was about setting a schedule. Whoa, dude, you can't just shift lanes in the middle of a turn like that. Was about setting a schedule and completing it. Which, you know, may be the point of the entire project. I mean, maybe what it comes down to is I just say, fine, darn it, a song a month again. Or, you know, maybe in order to accommodate this new timetable, I go a song every 2 months. And I work on a song for 2 months to the point of ideal completion, or to the point where I could best complete it. And I just say, screw it, put it out. I don't know. I kind of hate to do that with this project, because my whole overarching plan with this was to do 3 EPs of about 5 songs. So by the end, I had 15 songs in the bag, and then I could release a deluxe edition that I could effectively, you know, maybe even remaster and clean up the things that I didn't get to clean up in the original releases. I don't know. Maybe I'm stacking too much work on top of myself. Maybe that's too ambitious of a project. Or maybe I forego the idea of EPs and albums and just start knocking it out a tune at a time. And maybe it is a beat, or maybe it is like an instrumental and it's out. And then I do a song and it's out. And then down the line, I combine those into, you know, a compilation. Maybe that's the only way my timetable will allow me to create art at this point. Something to think about. And create a very long blog about in order to try to work it out. But this is the whole reason I'm doing VEDA, is to try to process this stuff. Talk about the things that I haven't really allowed myself to think or talk about for a while, because I've been, you know, wrapped up in familyhood and, you know, spent a couple months being depressed. And, you know, now that the spring is here, I feel like I'm waking up again. And I want to do something. I don't want to go through another year. I don't want to go through 2014 without something to my credit, without having released something. I mean, my last major release was From Dusk Till Dawn. That was 2 years ago in February. The band hasn't been out since October of 2012, right? Maybe 2011. Am I losing track? No, 2012. No, 2013 was the last time the band was out. I did have the band out in 2013. No. 2011. Wow. Okay. I got to wrap this up. We'll get back to it. Maybe a supplemental blog today. Who knows? And then I can get back on track for VEDA. Kill two birds with one stone. But don't count on it, because I'm a busy guy. See ya.